audience of champions, Mr. Eno. Audience of champions, Mr. Eno. Audience of champions, Mr. Eno. RBF Cup champions, Mr. Eno. RBF Cup champions, Mr. Eno.
In the middle of day 2 of the main event. This is a 4 million guaranteed main event, but a total of 934 entries were generated, bringing the prize pool to 5,557,000, surpassing the 4 million guaranteed. And as we have been accustomed to the every time we have a major tournament on day 2, once the field narrowed down to 4 tables or 36 players, we do a featured table live stream as we are seeing right now. Let me give you a rundown of this featured table. At seat number 1 of the Fighting Rivera brothers, Zardy Potoy Rivera with 1,010,000. Seat number 2 is John Paul Bayobo with 165,000. He's quite short stack. I think the average stack right now is at 500,000 or more. We see Zardy going all in at the big blind, facing a raise from Alvira Inocentes at the button. Potoy Rivera reading this right, applying maximum pressure. Seat number 3 is Rodolfo Ramo with 455,000. Seat number 4, Rolando Butch Estor with 1,485,000. Seat number 5 is Jose Chung with 740,000. Seat 6 is Alex Cruz with 50,000. Seat 7, the defending champion of this major tournament. He is the 2021 this last year, 2024, is Alex Lai with 460,000. Seat number 8 is Alvira Inocentes with 420,000. And rounding up the final this featured table's 9 players is Reynaldo Ong with 1,215,000. There are 27 more players in the other 3 tables, but we are gonna focus on this one. Itong day 2 natin, we'll be playing up to the last 18 players or 2 tables. Alex Cruz from the hijack racing to 55,000. Ang current blinds natin is 10,000, 25,000. Once again, Putoy Rivera, Zardy Rivera, might. Yes, do this specifically. There you go. Wow. Sobrang nakataas ng antena ni Zardy Rivera dito. Got that. 3 bets again to 150. And he is chipping up. I really like how the way Zardy. I've had the pleasure of being in the same table with him for the past four or 3-4 tournaments I played in the recent weeks, and I found a new appreciation on how he's able to chip up lagi with his moves, especially pagka nasa final table na. Pagka bubble time na. So, ayun. Took down another decent pot by playing or choosing to play aggressive. Billy Alava, shoutout daw kay Alain Del Rosario. That's coming from Billy Alava. Oh, Jaime de la Cruz, GG sa atin. At rundown, I busted out that maganda yung simula ko, yung first 2-1 ko eh. Pero after that, medyo na-carded tayo. And I think I made if totoo talaga yung sinabi ng kalabang ko, I had a very crucial hand that I made a bad fold. But that's it. My final hand was I opened jam with the 12 bigs. I opened jam with ace-9, folded to me at the late position. Unfortunately, the player na kakaupo pa lang sa mesa namin woke up with ace-king. A flop gave me not flush draw. The turn gave me additional outs with a straight draw, but then the river bricked for me. So GG tayo. Shoutout din sa'yo, Francis. Ano yun sabi mo? Karamihan ng watching out. Parang hindi ko na-gets yun. Hit the hit. Tough. Alright. Paul Bayoro goes all in with pocket eights facing a raise from Ray Ong. Ray holding king 10 suited. Amber Mitch, kung mapapansin mo, ewan ko kung kita nyo dyan sa... Ayan, kita nyo dyan sa upper right ng screen, 36 of 934. So 36 players ang meron tayo. So Ray Ong making the call kasi konti na lang yung idadagdag niya, 55,000 na lang. This is a flip essentially. Yung mga players na nanonood out na kasi. Oo nga. Ganun talaga. Top pair. Rayong outflapping Paul Bayoro here. Top pair for Rayong. Ace on the turn, 2 outer. 1 outer na lang pala may nagtapon na ng 8. 6 on the river. And we are 1 player less. We're gonna go down to 35 players. Mahirap talaga dito sa day 2. I crossed day 2. I made it to day 2 ng medyo decent stack, no? I was a chip leader of flight 1D. So I crossed with 388,000. Pero maganda rin yung first two hands ko I managed to add about mga 100,000 more. And then I early nagbayad ako blind versus blind. We both hit top pair pero 2 pairs na pala yung kalabang ko so medyo nagbayad ako doon ng around 100,000. Kung ano yung napanalunan ko, kung ano yung chips na nakuha ko doon sa na-bust out kong player, yun ang binayad ko sa kanya. And after that hand, medyo talagang na-carded ako. Pocket queens for the defending champion of this tournament, Alex Lai. Raise it to 70,000. Dardy Rivera with the same hand, so I wouldn't be surprised if he makes the raise again here. Let's see. No? He's just gonna flat. Ruel Kaole is raiding for DJ Donuts. That's Butch's store. And Zardi Rivera flopping a nut flush draw. So he has improved to 11 outs. See how much Alex bets here. Oh, wow. Alex applying maximum pressure, but of course, Zard is not gonna fold. Pocket queens of Alex Lai against the nut flush draw and an overcard by Zardi Rivera. Alex Lai puts his tournament life on the line. He needs to fade a diamond which showed up early on the turn. I think he's drawing dead now. Yes, so Alex Lai, there's not gonna be a repeat champion for this year as the defending champion Alexander Lai is busted out by Zardi Rivera. Zardi now takes over the chip leadership of this table, of this featured table, going up to 1.7 million. Tough luck for Alex Lai. This is the Fifth hand. You can see the player count on the upper right corner of the screen. Right now it reads 31 of 934. So some players who are not in this TV table are busting out also. Alexis Cruz goes all in with Queen 7. Ray Ong isolates 3 bets to 130. Butch Estor with pocket 10s. He will not isolate. He just makes the call. Jose Chung will get out of the way. Flop is king high. Butch still ahead with his pocket tens, although he doesn't know that. And should Ray decide to play this aggressively, he might be able to push out uh, Butch's store here. Both players checking the flop. Butch bets 150. And Ray gets out of the way. So Alex Cruz needs a king to counterfeit the pocket tens of Butch's store or a queen. So 5 outer for Alex Cruz. River is a deuce, so another player eliminated. Alex Cruz goes out at 31st place. Sayang, no? Pakailan ba ako nabas out dito? Ano ba place ko? 45 pala ako. 45 out of 934. Not bad, pero hindi yun ang gusto natin. Iris Duhay Lungsod. Iris Almendras Duhay Lungsod. Shout out to you. Hindi po ito final table. Featured table pa lang ito. Itong day 2, basta major tournament sa Metro, ang day 2 plays up to last 18 players or 2 tables. Clarence Isip, na-out ako. Carded tayo and then we managed to double up. I jammed with 10 bigs. I was able to sack out and double up, pero after noon, I don't know. I don't know if I made a bad fold. But then natamaan ako. I jammed with folded to me. I jammed with 12 bigs, 11.5 bigs with ace 9 suited hearts. Sakto nagbabalance ng table. Kakaupo pa lang ng isang player sa mesa namin and he makes the call. He has ace king. Ang flop, not flush draw pa ako. Turn, nadagdagan pa ako ng gut shot pero nag-break na yung river. So, out na. Out na tayo. Sabi ni Mike Buesa, shoutout daw kay Jeff Ballester. Yes, Clarence. Bawi tayo on to the next. Ika nga ng mga poker grinders. Ito naman tayo sa trivia mula kay Papa Pipaw. 2011 Aliado Cup champion Alvir Inocentes is still hunting his first Metro Major title. Oh, sa bagay, no? It's always good to take down a major. Yung masabi mong you've taken down a major tournament of Metro Card Club, the premier poker room in the country, arguably the premier poker room. So ito, may bagong upo sa mesa. Sechung with 6-3 suited. Limbs, and ito, kaka-join lang niya sa TV table. The living legend of Philippine poker. Living legend kasi buhay pa, mukhang alamat na. Sabi niya pagka daw ginawa ng pelikula ang buhay niya, gusto niya ang title, Ang Alamat ng Alamat. Ayan. Nakakuha na agad ng pot si Uncle Ricky Singapan. Ayan, sina-shoutout din siya ni Vince Nachor. Raniel Galvez is railing for Zardy Rivera. Sabi ni Papa Pipaw, if basketball has the Madison Square Garden in Philippine poker, there is Metro Card Club. Indeed. That's why, it's always good. I mean, I think it's on the bucket list, quote unquote, on the bucket list of all Filipino poker players to win a major tournament here at the Metro. Of course, the fulcrum or the apex of that is the RVS Cup, and you get to have your name etched in the perpetual trophy displayed in the lobby of Metro Card Club, the RVS Cup. So yan. Anyway, and either of these major tournaments, there are how many majors? I think there's 6 major tournaments in a year for Metro Card Club. You have this Philippine Poker Tour, you have Batang Metro, you have ito pagkatapos ito yung upcoming na big event is Metro Summer Event, MSE, and then you have Metro Walk to a Million, you have RVS Cup, and you have Christmas Special. Yan yung mga major tournaments for Metro Card Club, home of Philippine Poker Champions. Let's see, Joe Chung, Ace-5 off from the button. He's gonna raise this. Ricky Singapan, King 10 suited, a hand that you'd probably, I mean, you can 3-bet with, facing an open from the button. Ako 3-bet ko to. I mean, regardless. Of course, nakikita kasi natin ngayon. Pero kung wala kang benefit ng na nakikita mo yung mga handa nila, laro nila, wow! Tight fold from Ricky Singapan. But of course, ayaw niya eh. So, Alvir in the centers on the big blind. 9-6 off. He has 310. Parang wala siyang flat dito. Napaka-importante ng bawat blinds dito. I mean, with 310 behind, you cannot afford to flat call to see the flop. So there's the fold by Alvir Innocentes. Again, if you have just joined this live stream, we're bringing this to you. We're casting this live stream on the official Facebook page of the Metro Card Club and official YouTube channel. So, pwede kayong manood sa Facebook at sa YouTube. I think ang advantage sa YouTube is you can replay uh, yung previous hands. Sa Facebook ata walang option to rewind. Shout out both platforms. Yung mga nasa YouTube natin, magparamdam naman kayo. Let me know who are you railing for. And we see the counter of the remaining players just changed. It now reads 28 players. 28 players na lang. So, ibig sabihin, may nababust out sa mga ibang lamesa. I think once this reach 27 players, there will be a redraw. There will be a redraw of seats. So, expect this tournament to pause once another player busts out because ma-rearrange ang seating arrangement nitong last 27 players. Nasa mechanics kasi yan ng tournament. Yan. Hit the hit, aba? Nasa Facebook ka na. Nasa YouTube ka pa. I love. Rodolph Ramo with Jack 9 off. Pocket 6 for Uncle Ricky. Tingnan natin, late position cut off kung anong gagawin niya. He's gonna raise this to 60,000, I think. Oh, 80. Nagdagdag pa siya ng 20. 80,000. Ray Ong from the small blind. Zardi Rivera. King Queen. Very playable hand. Good hand to defend your big blind with. And Zardi will just make the call. Flop is 10 high. Zardi checks to Ricky Singapan. Ricky bets 60,000. Zardi will make the call to peel off another street. He's got 2 overcards. Hoping to hit one of them. Ace on the river. This is a tricky turn for both players. Of course, in reality, this is gonna be baka mas top ball dito si Uncle Ricky. And yun ang ginawa. Ayan. Lead out a bet. 120, this might work. Although parang si Uncle ang may ace dito, range niya yung ace, pero na-complete kasi yung possible flush draw. Sardi Rivera bets 120 to a pot of 315. So mga 1/3, no? Maganda naman ang laban ng baraha dito ni Zardi, and that line that he chose might just work for him with this lead out on the turn. Sa ating YouTube chat box, happy watching sa'yo, Gilton Igano. Magandang gabi rin. Ricky Singapan in the tank. Ako po. Niisip ba ni Uncle Ricky dito na live yung kanyang 6 high flush draw? With that lead out ni Zardi. And that worked for Zardi. Rivera took the line of the flush draw nung binigay sa turn. Ni-lead out na niya. Which is exactly what a player holding two clubs might just do in that scenario. So Zardi Rivera continues to chip up with exceptional plays. Grabe. Rene Echevarria from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Shoutout sa'yo. Happy watching. Alright. And Alvira Inocentas will open jam with ace jack off. Folded to him at the cutoff. He has 295,000 in chips. That's a little less than 10 bigs. Sardi Rivera with ace 3 off. Baka basahin to ni Zardi na ahead yung ace niya because meron ding mga Broadway combo dun sa open jam ni Alvira from that spot. Given a less than 10 BB stack, he will probably jam. Baka isipin ni Zardi, he can jam with King Queen, King Jack, lahat ng Broadway combos. Of course, there are also those hands that beat his ace 3. Like yan, yung ace jack. So Zardi will exercise prudence. He's not gonna call. And uncontested pot taken down by Albir Inocentes. Dennis PHQA watching from Doha, Qatar. Happy watching to you, sir. There's the current chip count. Shout out sa'yo, Rolf Leo Robles Lopez. Happy watching. And I see Mr. Nolo Kieng, Kuya Rico de la Cruz. Happy watching. Martin Joffrey Holo. Shout out from Dubai. Nanonood sa ating YouTube channel. Happy watching sa inyo, mga kababayan natin na nasa abroad. Pocket threes for Zardi Rivera. It's gonna open. Blind still at 15,000. 30,000. Zardi raising it to... Zardi raising it to 95,000. Rodolph Ramo with ace jack. He might 3-bet Zardi with this hand. Hey, Christian Lorty Cloutier. Happy watching to you, buddy. Railing for Alvir and Joseph Magnotti, who's also still playing in the other table. And there he goes. Rodolph Ramo with a 3-bet jam. Zardi Rivera makes the call. Ace Jack, pocket threes. Technically a flip. And Rodolph puts his tournament life on the line here. LJ Nugid, shoutout kay Elnar. JM Mons, shoutout watching from Mindanao. Uy, nako, get well soon sa'yo. Kuya Rico, bottom set for Zardy Rivera. Oh my God, parang drawing dead na rito. I think Rolov Ramos drawing dead already. Yes, he is. So we're down to 27 players. We're gonna do a redraw. Full house on the river. Delphine Linsky. Shout out to you. Thank you for the compliment, sir. And with the exit of Rodolph Ramo, we're down to 27 players. And as I have mentioned earlier, there will be a redraw of seats. So this is gonna take some time. No action will be done. Players will get to will be reassigned to new seats, and we will probably come back with you with a new TV table. JM Mon, shoutout sa'yo from Mindanao. Alright. Okay, we're gonna, ito medyo matagalo ito. Reseating, redraw ng new seats, and then magka-color up. We're gonna take a break here. We'll be right back. Ito, we've resumed our featured table as players get reseated. Mukhang alright. We see Ryan Tan on seat 1. Edmond on seat 2. Sardi Rivera will bet here already. Edmond checks the river as Sardi Rivera gets the check mark. It's just a sign that he has won this particular hand. Sardi now up to 2.4 million. By the way, kanina binanggit ko si Alex Lai ang defending champion of this tournament which he won last year. Interestingly, ang naka-heads up niya for the championship last year is this guy, Zardy Rivera, na ngayon ay I think is the overall chip leader with 2.4 million in chips. Lemore under the gun with pocket fives, he raised it to 70,000. Lemore, the newest member of the Metro Team Pro. Jeff Siwal railing for Lemore Patulot. Charles is also railing for Lemore, chatting in our YouTube live chat. Adrian Lacorte also railing for Lemor. Ryan Tan with ace queen off from the button. Folded to him is gonna raise it to 70,000. Our current blinds is 15,000, 30,000 pa din. Edmond makes the call. Oh wow, this is gonna be tough. Ryan Tan, the original raiser, hits top pair, but Edmond hits his mid set of fives for Edmond Rebadulia. Ryan bets 50,000. Edmond with a quick call. Turn is a jack. Edmond checks again. Dito bulag ng mga player. Ryan bets again on the turn. And Edmond will now raise it to 350. Putting Ryan almost on a push or fold here. Can't afford to flat here. And there's the jam by Ryan. A quick call from Edmond. And Ryan will see the bad news that he's already drawing dead here. So Ryan Tan from Team Tacloban will bust out at 27th place. GG. Yeah, he's already drawing dead. So we're down to 26 players. Tough luck for Ryan Tan. Falcon Neri Lagudas. Shout out to Papa King watching from Dipolog City. Happy watching po sa inyo. Kung saan man na sulok ng bansa kayo nakikinig or saang parte ng mundo. At kung kayo'y kakapanood pa lang nitong ating live stream, as we see Revo David with the best starting hand in No Limit Hold'em, pair of aces. Raised it to 60,000. Edmond with pocket sevens. "26 players remaining tayo, Jeff Pardales. Edmond makes the call. Zardi with king queen. He will defend his big blind here. Started 3 bets to 160. And that is what Revo needs to jam all his remaining chips. Edmund will get out of the way. Zardi makes the call, can afford to lose a few chips. He's sitting at over 2.4 million. Yon ang hindi ko masasagot. Uy, tumama yung king pero one outer na lang siya kasi nagpares din yung 5. River is a 4. So Revo the bid with a big double up here. Shout out to Jonard Biton. Watching from San Pedro, Laguna. Denver Gotel. Teka, check natin ha. Hindi ko pa masilip yung payout eh. Pero bukas pa ang champion nito. Payout is... Ayun, ang champion will get 805,000. Oo nga no. But 805 lang yun. Oo nga, 805,000 ang champion nito. Tomorrow pa ho ang final table nito. Etong day 2 will play down until last 18 players. Right now we are at 26th. Ace Queen suited for Revo David. He's gonna raise this to 80,000. And no callers. Denver, the reason for that, I think several main event seats were given or are added to the prize pool. Main event seat to the upcoming 55 million Philippine poker or 55 million guaranteed yung Philippine Poker Millions ang title ng event. All right, Zardi opens the action. Raise it to 85,000 from the button. Alex Taneo with Queen Jack off. He will defend this big blind. Full house on the flop for Alex Taneo. Unfortunately, nothing to continue with for Zardi Rivera. Pero baka makakuha siya. Yan. Siyempre, titira ng continuation bet dito si Zardi. Just a flat, of course, from Alex Taneo. Baka hanggang dun na lang ang makuha ni Alex. Alex checking again. Expect a check back from Zardi Rivera. There's the check back. Reverse a 7. And Alex will lead out a bet of 130,000. Hanggang doon na lang talaga makukuha niya. So Edmond Villaruba, na unahan na pala niya, na overtaken na niya si Zardi Rivera being the chip leader of this feature table. Feature table pa lang po ito. Hindi pa po ito final table. Tomorrow pa po mangyayari ang final table. Justin Geronimo, shoutout sa iyo, nanonood sa atin. Currently in Taiwan, campaigning in the Asian Poker Tour. Good luck sa iyo, Anonimo. Pag tumimbang ka, pasalubungan mo ako ng isipin ko pa. Rebo David with ace-7 suited, facing a raise from the hijack from Lemar Patulod with king-9 off. Rebo David defends his big blind, pero na-outflop siya dito ni Lemar who flop top pair. Lemar betting 65,000. Gian Cordero, shoutout daw sa 888 Poker at The Dragon. Bawal manalo. I love. Okay, shoutout sa inyo. Lemmer with ace jack off. He's gonna open the action once again. Raise it to 95,000. Sardi Rivera with pocket nines. He's gonna 3-bet to 305,000. And that's enough to make Lemmer let go of his hand. Ito, Benji Lopez. Shoutout kay John Castro. Happy birthday. Mabuhay ka hanggat gusto mo. At sa mga nanonood na lang at hindi na nag-qualify dito sa ating main event tomorrow, habang mangyayari yung final table, merong last side event dito sa ating 1 week long Philippine Poker Tournament week. The Closer ang tournament bukas. Makikita nyo mamaya yung poster. Papakita namin sa inyo. Remo David racing with Ace Jack. And no caller once again. He takes down that uncontested pot. Lamar with Ace 6. Will not play that hand in that early spot. Junabalia raising it to 80,000. Dems Manawat waiting for Junabalia and Fisherman Mark Pagsin, wishing everybody good luck and waiting for Zardi Rivera. Once again, maraming salamat sa iyo, Fisherman Mark. Nagpauna siya ng birthday gift sa akin. Birch tree advance. Ayan. Sa bukas, working birthday tayo. Dahil ila-livestream natin ang final table nitong Philippine Poker Tournament. Edmond with Queen 10 off. You raise it to 100,000. Ang current blinds natin, 20,000, 40,000. Lemor will defend this big blind with ace 4 off. Flop is king high. Tumama si Lemor dito ng bottom pair. So expect him to call this 120,000 bet ni Edmond. There's the call. Turn is a 7. Edmond still missing the turn. Edmond checking. Ito na yung pagkakataon. Pwede nang tayo Anthony Lemor dito. There's the bet by Lemor. He bets 125,000. And baka give up na dito si Edmond. I don't think he will proceed. May king na yung board eh. So Lemor Patulot takes down that pot. All right, this is our 23rd hand. Alex Taneo with ace queen. So he's gonna raise this. Yan ang maganda na sinabi mo. Martin G. Sakto, birthday natin bukas. All right. Edmond with king jack off. And Edmond making the call. Queen 9 for Lemor Patulot. Wow, this is gonna be an action table. Azardi Rivera with ace king on the big blind. Rod Raimundo, shout out sa'yo, sir. Zardi Rivera will 3-bet to 385,000. Action now on Alex Taneo, the original racer of this hand. Uses his time bank there. And Alex will fold. Edmond will likewise fold. Wow. We continue with the action. You're watching the featured table. This is not yet the final table of the main event. This is just a featured table. Our field is down to 23 players out of the 934 entries. And once we reach 18 players, we will stop the tournament and it will continue tomorrow. Edmond raising it to 100,000. And he will take down an uncontested pot. Ayan po ang chip count natin. Right with the bead with ace jack under the gun. He's gonna raise it to 80,000. And it's folded down to Alex at the big blind. He's got pocket fours. He will call to see that flop. And he flops mid-set. Unfortunately, Revo David is gonna spew chips here. Parang ganito yung nangyari kanina kay Ryan Tan against Edmond. Tingnan natin kung kayang i-slow play to ni Alex. Monotone ang flop. Alex leading out. Revo top pair with Jack high flush draw. Revo David just flats. Turn is a 10 of clubs. Yun lang. Check for Alex. Now Alex needs the board to pair. River is a jack. Pwede mag-lead out dito si Alex. Alex betting hard here. Bets 200,000. Wow. Parang magandang bet size to. Revo David only has a jack high flush. Pero he will make the call. Ide-deserve na niya. And Revo David with a very good read on Alex Taneo. Sayang. We're down to 23 players na lang, mga kaibigan. And as I've said earlier, we will stop kapag ka ang field ay bumaba to 18 players at sila'y magpapatuloy, babalik tomorrow. Ano nangyari dito? Bakit na-display yung clock natin? Alright. Biglang nag-display yung ating clock, so hindi natin alam.
RBS Cup champions, Mr. Enos.
Ayon, we're back after we've experienced a slight technical difficulty doon. Pero naayos na. As you see, Alvir Innocentes taking advantage nung limp ni Darwin sa small blind. Take down that pot. Si Maverick Arceo says, shout out from Narvacan with the OGs of Metroval, Infinite, Papa Jack, X-Pac, and Oyin, Team Metroval. Enjoy your outing, mga kaibigan. Ace Queen for Junabalia. Raise it to 90,000. Bernard Chua, paano na yung farm bill na lang? Farm bill na lang, wala eh. Kinapos. Banderang kapos na naman tayo. Alvier sa small blind. Oy, mukhang we're going on a break. Yes, this is a 10-minute break. And we will also gonna take a break dito sa ating panel. We'll be right back. Alright, ito na. We're back from that 10-minute break. And you're still watching itong ating featured table for the main event of the Philippine Poker Tournament here at the Metro Card Club, home of Philippine Poker Champions. This is a 4 million guaranteed, but because of the 934 entries generated, the prize pool, the guaranteed prize pool, have been shattered. It now stands at 5.5 million. Pocket tens for Junavalia. Raise it to 120. Ang current blinds natin, 25,000, 50,000. Pocket eights for Edmond. Dami ring barahan ito ni Edmond. Edmond 3 bets to 325,000. Baka ilahat na to ni Junavalia pagbalik sa kanya. Wow. Junavalia folding his pocket tens. James De La Cruz, hindi ko sure. Teka. Dahil pa ba siya? Parang wala na. Parang wala na. Alex Taneo goes all in with ace deuce. Lester Magari, shoutout sa'yo. Edmond Rebadulia sa button. Wow, Edmond Rebadulia folding ace queen. Hanip yun. Pocket 6 for Lemor Patulot. And Lemor will likewise not engage with the small pair. Medyo crucial stage na kasi to eh. Zardy Rivera with pocket sevens makes the call. So now Alex Taneo puts his tournament life on the line. Wow! Alex flopping top pair despite an ace. Uy! Ano nangyari doon? Okay. Nag-set sa river si Zardy pero flush naman si Alex. Alvir Innocentes jams with 10 jack. No colors. Ace Queen fold. Oo nga, ang laki ng stock niya. Pero mali mo, ganun talaga yung threshold niya eh. Shoutout sa iyo, Jonathan Argamosa, watching from Bacoor, Cavite. Darwin goes all in with King Queen off. Junabali with the same hand. And he will also go all in. Well, Ivan de la Cruz, maraming factors eh. Malay mo, maging issue din to. Let's see. Hindi pa natin alam kung anong ano. Also, we have to check if that indeed was his hand. So let's see. Alvir Innocentes with King 10 suited. Baka i-jam na to ni Alvir. He's got 400. Less than 10 bigs. Might be a jam. Although, medyo ang early kasi ng position eh. Early spot eh. Ayun na nga. Nag-jam na siya. So I think Lemmer Patulot calls the jam. Lemmer with ace jack. Flop is 6 high, no help for Alvir. His tournament life on the line now. Some chop outs. 7 and deuce chops this. Queen on the river. End of the line for Alvir Innocentes. He bust out at pangilan siya? 21st. Ayun. So dalawa na lang. And we will pause the tournament already to continue tomorrow. Right with the bid with pocket kings. Facing a raise of Zardi from Sardi Rivera with Queen 5 suited. I have a 3 bets to 350. There's a current chip count that we have. Pocket jacks for Alex Taneo. And he raises to 300,000. And Darwin will let go of his hand. All right, we're still down 20 players. Ayun, teka, kaya pala napatigil sila. May nabasa out na I think sa ibang table. So we're down to 19 players. Isa na lang. And we will pause to continue tomorrow. Blind versus blind to. Sardi flapping a flush draw. Sardi betting 140 on the turn. Taking advantage of the check ni Lemore. And that's enough para patapunin si Lemore Patulot. Alright, I see mukhang may nabust out na sa ibang table. We're down to 18 players and at this point mga kaibigan, we will pause the tournament already. This is the end of day 2 and tomorrow, the last 18 players will return to the Metro Card Club to play in the final day which will play up to the championship. So we're gonna end our live stream here. We invite you to come to Metro Card Club tomorrow. Meron pong side event tomorrow, yung the closer. And also for your player who will be competing, who will be the next PPT champion from this final 18 players. In behalf of the men and women of Metro Card Club, ito po ang inyong lingkod, Juster India, nagsasabing maraming salamat, magandang gabi, mabuhay ang manlalarong pokeristang Pilipino.
Woo! PPT champions, Mr.